Hey guys, Chris here, back from C&H Smallzy. Got another quick video here for you guys today. This will be a relatively short video because unfortunately we got a lot of wind up here in the hill right now, and the actual air temperature outside is about 28 degrees with a mild breeze out here, so this will be a relatively quick video for reference. We had a customer here brought two machines over here this past week. The first one was the actual pressure washer you see in front of me here. This is a Troy-Bilt 3000 max PSI pressure washer. This is their XP line right there, as it says on the top of the cart right here. 3000 max PSI, 2.7 max GPM for the actual wand and the actual pump holder as well too. This one has the tried and true Honda GCV 190 overhead cam engine on here as well too. So this is a relatively fuel efficient and good engine in general. These things are typically about a 5 horsepower to about 6.5 horsepower depending on their power output rating on there for that specifically as well too. Here's the front of the engine right here, GCV 190. The tag on the front, high performance Honda easy start engine. And you got your linkage on the other side over here as well too for the carburetor, and the governor linkage over here as well too for that. So this is a relatively good engine specifically designed for this one specific machine right here as well too. So you have your on and off switch right here. On's down, there's your on, off's up right here as well too. Plus you have your pull choke all the way back. Choke, when you want to start up over here, you got to put a choke all the way back, then you have to turn it on like that. So plus you also have your fuel shutoff valve down here as well too for that as well too. So you always want to do those three things first and make sure you have enough fuel in your actual gas tank before you actually start up as well too. So check your fuel first, make sure you have enough gas, turn it to the on position and pull it over to the full choke position and turn the fuel fuel shutoff valve so it's in line with the actual fuel line itself on here as well too, guys. So what we did on the machine here today specifically was the guy had this thing sitting in his garage for about a year's time, and he had dirty contaminated fuel in the actual fuel tank down inside here. This gas tank, it basically smelled like turpentine. If I can get it open here, it's kind of stuck out here in the cold weather. Now he has a full tank of non-ethanol gasoline there, because we always put non-ethanol gasoline whenever we give the machine back to the customer over here, so they have the machine that's going to be running quite good for them, because non-ethanol fuel, you have a higher BTU with it, plus the actual gasoline does not have ethanol in it, which can break down in a short amount of time. And if you do have non-ethanol fuel in there, you'll less likely have a callback from the person, because our warranty over here is a 30-day warranty on all parts and labor done to the machine. So it should not have any kind of issues with it after we give it back to the customer, and they use the machine at least once or twice out there for their, you're doing their driveways or cutting their grass, whatever out there for that. So on the Honda machines, whenever you look up parts for them, you have to be mindful. You have to get the information tag on the back here of the machine. You have your tag on the back. This one has the serial number with a barcode and your smartphone, we don't call it the smartphone ID stamp over here as well too. So you have to get this information on here for the engine specifically. This one right here, I'll give you a shot of the actual tag. There's a tag, GCV 190 LA N5 RBR280 with the serial number starting with GJAAA. You need all that information right there to look up the parts on the Honda's dedicated parts lookup website. Okay, let me fire it up here for you as well too. I almost forgot. This one should also have a tag on here for the actual we want to call it the actual serial number for the machine, but I can't seem to find it right now, so I'm not going to worry about that right now for that specifically, because this is a relatively cheaper machine out there for that. So bear with me here for a couple seconds while I try to get this thing started up here for you guys. Should start okay, so okay, and get it going. There's one thing I should mention, guys. You can start these machines up with no water going through the pump on here, so just beware of that fact. You'll hear much bullshit online saying you have to have the machine hooked up to the water line prior to starting the machines up. That's a misnomer right there. That's totally lie. That's basically a lie. You do not need to have water running through the pump. So we'll go ahead and fire it up here for you guys. runs great. One pull, runs great. No problem. Choke's working great, as it should. So it's ready to go back to the customer right now. And shut it off there real quick. Like I said before, guys, you do not have to hook the water line up to the pump on there in order to start the machine up, because that's a lie I heard quite often by people online, where you need to do that. These pumps, you do not need to do that for one specific reason, because if the pump does not have any water in there, the pump will not be pumping the water and circulating around inside. Because if the pump has water in it and it's functioning, that water is going to constantly be cycling inside there, and because of that, you may have the water heat up and possibly damage a pump over time. Where if you do not have any water in the actual pump, there's nothing to heat up and to damage. So that's one reason why we suggest, when you first want to demonstrate the machine, you do not have to hook up the actual water line to the pump in order to start the machine up to do a demonstration of the machine prior to giving it back to a customer, or if you want to repair it yourself as well too, guys. So machine had to have the following work done to it. As I said before, tank was totally filled with crap, old turpentine gasoline. Clean out the tank, clean out the lines. They do have a inline fuel filter, guys. This one right here, it has a small inline filter up inside the actual line right here as well too. So you do have a inline filter up inside right here. It's about that long and sticks up inside the actual tank, about that, like that. You clean that out, clean the filter out, clean the tank, clean the line, clean out the shut off valve. And this one also had to have a new carb assembly installed. Let me get a shot of that. I'm gonna put a better angle here for you. Let me see if I can get a better picture. But it does have a new carb in there, guys, so I'm not gonna lie to you about that. The carb was replaced. We did have to put a new carb in here because the carb was totally brown inside down there for reference. We had to do a tune-up on there, and we did the tune-up, new oil change, probably about 2 times because oil is quite dark. New spark plug and a new air filter as well too. The spark plug we put on here, it's a hotter one specifically for these machines. It's a BPR 4ES. I specifically like the BPR 4ES as opposed to like the 6 or the 5, because they tend to run hotter and the machine will run slightly more efficient out there, and it'll be less difficult to start it in colder weather out there for that as well too. So if anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot about this machine, feel free to leave me a message here. And if I was not thorough enough or failed to leave something else out, simply shoot me a question and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I humanly possibly can. I'll see you guys. Have a nice day.